Hello, YouTube Sphere. It is Tuesday. It's Real Estate Tuesday. We're about to get started. Let me get my Facebook started and my IG. Hello, hello, hello. You know I got to start off with a smile. Hello, Facebook. Let's get my IG started. You know I got to start off with a smile. Hard one, too. Happy, tantalizing, terrific Tuesday. It's a great day to have a great day. Good afternoon. Well, it's still early day here, but I'm starting early because I got to work. I'm working out with a workout partner today, y'all. So I got to hurry up. But I still want to come on and give you some gems, some jewels, some knowledge on this Real Estate Tuesday. We talking to the homeowners, but if you're a first-time home buyer, you can benefit from this too. So let's start talking about it, okay? Hey, Janelle, it's been a long time, girl. Hello, T. What's going on, girl? We talking to the homeowners today, all right? We educating the homeowners because I know if you are a financial person, like Janelle, you already know about emergency funds, but you got to have multiple emergency funds. Okay. So you have to have an emergency fund for like the car repairs and, doctor bills and stuff like that. But you also got to have an emergency fund for your home. And that's one of the mistakes that I made. Well, one of the lessons I had to learn when I was a homeowner. Okay. So I bought my first home back in 2010 in Memphis, Tennessee. I bought a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom house, 2,700 square feet. My first home, beautiful. But I didn't take care of it. Okay. I didn't have this emergency home repair fund. That's one of the reasons why I had to sell my house in a short sale. So sad. And what a short sale is, you sell your home and you get no profit. Everybody else get paid but you. Just to put it in a nutshell. So I am a realtor here in the beautiful city of Detroit, Michigan, and the surrounding areas, but I can help you all across this country. I know real estate agents all across this country because I always network. I know people all across this country. So let's get into it. Like you said, Janelle, multiple emergency funds. So we're talking about home repair emergency funds. I'll give you a step-by-step guide. So let's start with number one. Why every homeowner needs an emergency repair fund? You should know. Because certain things, you have homeowners insurance, yes. You have home warranty, I hope. That's not required, but the home insurance is, homeowners insurance is. But the home warranty, that's up to you. So, sometimes the home warranty don't pay for everything. Sometimes the homeowner's insurance don't pay for everything. So you need to make sure you have this fund. So repairs are inevitable. A broken furnace, a leaky roof should not wipe out your savings. So that's why you need multiple emergency funds. So the average cost of emergency repair fund is $1,500 to $4,000. Now, sometimes your roof is covered by some type of, insurance, but sometimes they figure out a way not to pay. So you have to, make sure you have access to fund. And having the credit too can also help you be able to have the money that you need in order to, because you can, finance that thing, for cheaper, but still have the emergency fund. So without a fund, many rely on high interest credit cards, and draining wealth and equity. So you need to make sure you have this money set aside. So the second thing you need to do is know your property. Walk around your property quarterly. Identify potential problems early, such as a roof, a furnace, or plumbing issue, foundation issue. So the 5 major things that cost the most in your home would be roof, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and foundation. Those are the 5 biggest things. And then, if you want to include windows, because if you had a lot of windows, it can cost a lot too. But those are the 5 major things. Those are the 5 major mechanicals, right, that need to be fixed. And it could cost a lot. Our neighbor have a dangerous dog, so we have to get a taller fence. Our furnace went out within 3 years of purchase. Oh, see? You get those home inspections. Hey, Mom, you get those home inspections, but a lot of times, they can pass, but, your furnaces and those mechanicals might not pass. So make sure you're walking around your home quarterly, getting quarterly maintenance done, cleaning your gutters, making sure your roof is intact, especially if you live in Memphis. Texas, in Michigan, because we get a lot of snow and water. Our snow load is 50 pounds, right? So 50 pounds of snow will land on your roof. You talking about, hey girl, hey nice. So you have all this, the snow load is 50. So you having constant snow, melting snow, ice, and things like that. You need to make sure you're checking your roof as well. Use home maintenance checklists to assess your upcoming costs. So you're talking about winterizing your home, spring, fall, summer, like you need to be checking on these things. So the third thing is set a target goal. Okay, always you shooting for a target, you gotta have, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have the aim. So you have to shoot for something. So start with a minimum of 3,000 to 5,000 or 1% of your home's value annually. And you will take that and have that to the side to help you with the maintenance that could be emergency repair fund that could be, needed. Because, like I said, if you live in climates that have a lot of changes in weather, like in Michigan, you get all 4 seasons. We get the heavy snow, we get rain, we get the sun. It's so beautiful today too. It's hot out here today. And, so your roof and your gutters and all of these different things can happen, throughout the year that you need to be checking on. If you especially live up north or you get all the, and then if you have trees in your yard that has like heavy leaves, because we have a lot of, oak trees, cedar, those different types of trees. And, they lay heavy on your roof, on your gutters and things like that. People don't understand. Mom, can you turn it down some? Thank you. So people don't understand how heavy leaves can be. So, you need to make sure that you are making sure your gutters are clean, because that can lead to roof problems, leaks in your roof. And anytime you get leaks in your roof, can leak in your house, that can mess up your foundation. Your foundation can mess up your drywall, and it can mess up so it's like a snowball effect. So you don't want your gutters to be, full of leaves and debris and things of that nature. And you also can prevent this by getting, up-to-date gutters that have the covers on them too. So like I said, start with a minimum of 3,000 to 5,000 or 1% of your home's value annually. So for example, if your home is 150,000, that means per year you need to have $1,500 saved every single year, not just one time. Every single year you need to have $1,500 saved for your repair fund. So the fourth thing is automate your savings. That's what I had to do to be disciplined. I did not trust myself to move this money. So I made sure I set it up. So set up automatic monthly transfers to your high yield savings account or money market accounts. You want to put it in the high yield because you want you don't want your money just to be sitting there. Hi, Sharon. Is it Sharon or Sharon? How you doing, Queen? So you don't want your money just sitting in an account that's only getting 0.001% and a penny. You want a high yield account getting 4 to almost 5%, or money market account where that money is sitting there collecting. Even though it's sitting there, it's still collecting interest that will help with those repairs. So like I said, if your home is $150,000, your home worth is $150,000 a year. Each year you should be saving $1,500 for your emergency repair fund. So for you talking about automatic savings, you can have it taken. Well, it all depends. Like I'm a teacher, so my employer only lets me have only 2 bank accounts that my money can go to. But if you have an employer that you can have multiple bank accounts, going to your direct deposit, take it straight out of there, so you don't even have to worry about it. So, for example, if you $125 a month equals $1,500 a year, so that's doable with intentional budgeting. So make sure that you have these funds available. So the fifth thing is where to pull from without feeling the pinch. You can have, how it feels when something pops up and you don't have the money for it. You got to be rushing around trying to figure it out. If you had this emergency fund, you don't have to do that. So reduce non-essentials just temporarily, whatever you figure it deemed is non-essential. Like my hair getting my hair done because I don't have I'm unskilled and I don't have the time to do it myself, that's a non-negotiable. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about things that you can probably, do without for a few times a year that you can, ramp up your savings. Use part of your tax refund, side income, side hustle income, or any type of windfalls that you get that jumpstarts your savings. Use that. Those of you that are real estate professionals, when we get closings, take that money, some of that money, to put it towards your emergency fund, emergency home repair fund, or all your emergency funds should have something funnel into. You should have a regular emergency fund, your home repair emergency fund, and whatever else you want to have a fund for, savings or whatever. So make sure that you're allocating those funds, especially if you get a windfall. That's the best time to allocate those funds, because then you won't feel as restricted with the money that you work hard for. So when you get the tax returns, if you get the, closings, or if you like insurance agent or a mortgage broker, you get money, lump sums of money because of commissions. If you're commission based, you have some type of commission based income, use part of that. And if you have a 9 to 5 plus the commission base, use that commission based income for your emergency fund. And if you just have a 9 to 5, you just have to make sure that you're measuring it. Yes, I'm a real estate agent. I am in Michigan. I am. So, make sure that you are, like I said, don't have a hard money lesson that I did. That's why I had to sell my house to a short sale, partly because I couldn't fix my home. So don't do that. That's why I'm showing you how not to learn that hard money lesson that I made. So the sixth thing is you got to use your credit wisely. Now, you can use the equity from your home to help with these emergency repairs if you don't have a fund, but you want to use your home equity line of credit for things that's going to make you money, not nothing that's got to be paid and you don't get anything in return. So make sure that you're understanding how to use your home's equity wisely. Your home's equity is supposed to help you build wealth. You can take your home equity and invest in, a life insurance policy, invest in a business, invest in another home, pay, whatever it is that will give you a return. Now, fixing your house is a return, but not nothing that's going to continuously make you money. I'm talking about something that's going to continuously roll over to make you money. So consider using 0% APR emergency credit options, okay? But only as a backup plan. Only as a backup plan, okay? You don't want to use this all the time. Have the money aside. So avoid, like I said, HELOCs, which are home equity lines of credit, unless you're leveraging it to repair for added value and appreciation. Now, if you're using it to fix your home in order to add value, that's something different. Now, if you're taking your HELOC out which is a home equity line of credit, to do some emergency maintenance, that's not going to add too much value. That's not what you want to use that for. You want to use your home equity line of credit, like I said, for value appreciating assets or things that's going to continuously give you a return on your investment. So the last thing I would say is increase your home value with planned upgrades. Now, I talked about this before. So you can set aside funds to upgrade your kitchen, your bathrooms, your installation, your basements, your flex spaces, or whatever the case may be. Your kitchen and your master bathroom adds the most value. The kitchen, master bathroom, and basement and flex areas add the most added value. So if you have a home, you're talking about a kitchen, you're talking about if you're doing, now only upgrade to your standard of, in your neighborhood. Don't over upgrade because it's not going to help you. So see what other, do some research and make sure, because a kitchen can add 30 to 50,000 of value if you upgrade your kitchen. On the low end, you talk about 20,000 if you just do something real small, but it could be almost 100,000 depending on how high end it is. So that kitchen is so valuable. The crazy part is a lot of people don't even like to cook like that. but they love a good kitchen. But it's people that love to cook that want a good kitchen. It's people that don't like to cook that still want a good kitchen because they want people. It's kind of like a focal point. It seems like that's a gathering space. What do you feel about flipping your high interest credit cards to one with a lower interest rate just to catch up? Absolutely. My dad used to do that all the time. That's how I learned how to do that. He would take his he would always, make sure he had his credit utilization down and able to flip his credit cards. He was doing that all the time. I learned that from him a long time ago. My dad been doing that since like the 90s. He had always apply for a 0% credit card, or they'll send him the offer. He'll take the offer and do the balance transfer, pay that off, and then once that interest hit, he'll go and find another 0% intro APR, and he'll just keep flipping them. They don't have any loyalty. Why should you? So, unless, if you make sure, but as long as you're flipping into top tier banks, that's what you want to, the City Cards, the American Express, the, Capital One getting up there, Wells Fargo's and the, Chase is also great. Where is the house you were talking about and what's the price? Where's the house you were talking about? I was talking about my house that I had in Memphis, but I do help people in the Detroit and the surrounding areas. I do have a few homes that I listed on my page that are still on the market. The home on Kramer is still available. The home on Santa Rosa is still available as well. You got to do what you got to do. So, make sure that that's if you in Detroit. Is it Hisham? If I'm saying that right. But yeah, just make sure that you're doing what you have to do for your situation. And like I said, my dad used to flip credit cards all the time. But like I was saying, if you increase your home value by doing your upgrades, a lot of the maintenance that you probably needed to do would be encapsulated with that. Especially your bathroom, because you're doing your kitchens and bathrooms all have something to do with plumbing a lot of times. So you're increasing your plumbing. So investing in your home smartly builds equity and emergency repairs protected. So you want to do those upgrades, especially if it's going to be your forever home. You want to do the upgrades because you want your value to increase, but you should have already bought in the area that the value and appreciation is going to continue to increase anyway. So that won't be a problem. So today I was just talking about building your emergency fund for your home repairs. So it should be averaging like 3,000 to 5,000, and that's built up over time. Yes, I do have listings on my page. I'm about to help my broker list a home here in Harbortown as well, in Detroit. So look out for that. But make sure that you are having at least 3,000 to 5,000. Hey, David, 3,000 to 5,000 in a high yielding savings account or money market account. Make sure that you are allocating those funds automatically. However you feel like you can do it, direct deposit from your check, or you can actually are responsible enough to do so. Just make sure you have it, and you want your repair budget to reflect 1% of your home value every year. So if your home value is 150,000, you want to save $1,500 every year, and make sure you're doing those upgrades to increase your equity. And when you're doing those upgrades, make sure you tell your mortgage company so they can add that appreciation on there. Now your insurance might go up, but you still had to add an equity in order for you to be able to, use the home equity line of credit. But you only use your home equity line of credit for things that's gonna make you money. Can you share your listing? Okay. Make sure that I hit you. I'll pin your comment so then I can come back to it. Yes, definitely. Well, that's it. Any other questions? You can DM me. I do have a ebook that I created for homeowners called House Rich and Money Smart: How to Turn Your Home into a Wealth-Building Powerhouse. I put in there some of the things that I learned over the years for being a homeowner and the things I did not do. So showing you how to turn that home into from a liability to an asset. That's what you want to do. So make sure you follow, share, give me some likes. Share this to anyone you feel that could need this. And let's work together. Let's collaborate. Let's do some things. I got to run so I can go make my workout today. But it was great. Thank you for your support, everyone. I do my real estate Tuesday. I do my real estate lives every Tuesday on my IG, my YouTube, and my Facebook. So please look out for that. But I also post, content every single day pertaining to real estate for the most part. So watch out for me. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, I'm trying to get my subscribers up. It just takes one little button. If you go to my stories, you can go. I have my link in my stories, so you can just go there and just subscribe, please. Even if you don't watch my videos or like them, I'm trying to get my subscribers up, y'all. But I appreciate you all. Have an amazingly beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Oh, thank you. First time here. I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you. Come back. I'm here every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Usually. And, once because I'm a teacher, once I go back to work, then it might change, but I might still, if my schedule hasn't changed. Well, have an amazingly beautiful, blessed day, everyone. Bye. Bye, YouTuber Sphere.